Good morning, Pool and Property Maintenance.
Good morning from Pool and Property Maintenance and DLT Lawn Care. Let's go.
Okay.
Silly. All right, the crew's all here. Joe, it's gonna be a great day. Can you hear me? High five, dude. Let's go. Bentley. Woohoo! In the house. Harvey. Have a great day. No, just kidding. That was funny, right?
We've done this way that like
Max. It's gonna be a good.
And I do around this one. Like the old section looks fine. I think literally the only thing we have to do in the old section.
Wait, we're all team meeting. Here we go. What?
Team meeting. So the old section we did last, and I think it looked fine on the way in. So the only thing we didn't do in the old section is those like 6 monuments. And then like we kind of just skipped through, and I said don't worry about like the fence line and stuff. So we'll probably do the fence line and the monuments up there is probably all that. When I say old section, it's that like triangle right there. So mainly we're gonna focus on this. So I don't know if...
Are you guys gonna work in a pair? Like, are we just gonna get into mowing? Or do you want to do like the fence line first?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Well, except if we mow and they do the fence line and those monuments, then
They have plenty to catch up behind us. So if you want to start with
But if they do that, then someone has to get on the SD because we use that for the outside of the fence, right?
No, I mean trim it. Didn't we mow the fence?
No, it needs to be mowed, I think.
Oh.
And I can hit the inside, but someone has to hit the outside, and then it needs to be mowed and trimmed.
Okay.
So someone will hit the outside. I can hit the inside on my way. Do you want me just head towards my back and work towards you like I always do? And then the 4 of you work in sections? I feel like 5 of us in sections is like too much.
Yeah, I think if you start up there like last time, and Harvey and I split this.
Okay. Yeah, that's how we did it last time. Who said that New Hampshire should be this cold? Wait. Christian, this is not a frame of mind. It is cold. I might need an extra layer.
wait until it starts raining.
It's not gonna rain today. Christian wasn't here last time we mowed this section.
Downpour.
Like, downpour. But we finished mowing and we all were in the trucks soaked, like not one dry inch on us the whole way home.
That's right, I gave Harvey a ride on the mower.
It was a great time. All right, I'm gonna hook up some equipment with GoPros.
Okay.
We're gonna have one with Bentley, I think, on the mower.
On the mower?
I mean on the trimmer. Oh my God, I didn't drink my energy drink. That Shane told me not to drink because it's not good for me.
Oh my Lord. It makes sense if one person goes down the outside, one person goes down the inside, and then on the way back they do trees. Like
not hop around.
Yeah.
Just...
Harvey, you're becoming such a genius in the landscape
I don't
world.
know why you haven't changed my name yet on my payroll.
So I did.
Oh yes, you did.
He wanted to be a foreman, but then it didn't let me write you a check because like the titles didn't match. I have to figure it out. I will make you. Yeah, thank you.
The check has to say foreman too.
You want to say George Foreman?
I will by the end of the summer figure out how to make you officially a foreman. Okay, go to work. Too much talking.
So just all right there.
Yeah, I don't. And are there a couple monuments over that way?
Maybe you'll see them once you're on.
So pretty much that road over all those monuments.
Yeah, just those monuments. Knock them down. Any of the ones that have those flocks, those little flowers?
Yeah.
You can just go around the flowers, but if there's grass growing through it, just wisp over the top.
Okay.
I always say to Joe, why would I upload videos of just trimming and mowing non-stop? Nobody is going to watch it. And then every night we find ourselves not even watching like normal TV anymore, and we're watching other landscapers mow and trim. So it's kind of funny. We try to bring you all sorts of different content, so it's not like the same thing every day. But whatever happens, happens. You know, we just take you along for our day. We don't really like plan for YouTube videos. We just go do what we need to do and take some cameras, and we're glad you're here. We hope you enjoy. We're certainly not experts per se, but then again, we have been doing this for a very long time, so I feel like we have quite a bit of knowledge. We've tried all the different ways of doing things, and the way that we do things, the equipment we use, it's just best for us at the time. I know everyone has their own way or different equipment, or this brand is better than that brand, but we just love what we do, and we love that we have the opportunity to do it. And if you're out here landscaping, just kudos to you. You know, whichever way you do it, whichever mower brand or trimmer brand, just keep working hard, and that's all that really matters. You gotta do what's best for you. This is my favorite part of the cemetery. Joe is the only one who has been mowing this section so far, but one of these days I'm going to kick him out of here and I'm going to take over. We participated in Mowing Madness, I think it was called, with Beater Mowers Life this year, and it is competitive. So I think this section of grass would be perfect for Joe to do some designs throughout the summer, and us have some new photos to submit for that challenge next year. And I got to get the drone in this cemetery to just show you from up above just how massive it is, and how impressed I am with our crew that we can mow and trim this all in a day. Everybody hustles so hard. So thankful for all the guys and everything that we put into this. But yeah, I can't wait. I gotta either fix my drone or I have to buy a new one. I may or may not have crashed it last year, but I cannot wait to get the drone up and get some really cool shots in this cemetery this summer. the new Hurricane Harvey and breaking everything. I'm just gonna start with, I love you very much and I appreciate you tolerating me. And I think last year it was Hurricane Harvey and we gotta come up with like, I think someone said Cyclone Samantha at one point, and that might have to stick. I think I broke it. So I was mowing.
Oh, the belt's off again?
No, I was mowing. I did not hit anything. I heard a ting, and then I see the spring.
Yep.
Is that common, or is that like I'm being too hard on equipment?
No, it's fine.
But that's not something we're like, oh, I wonder if those park guys, they wouldn't have a spring like that, would they?
Probably not. Tractor Supply, but you're going all the way back into Chichester. And Harvey and I are almost done. I was going to see where you were at because we were going to tag team whatever you had left.
Yeah.
And then we were going to see if we had enough time to mow that front field.
Gotcha.
Because
so
this circle
I
right
did
here
the back field, the first section, the next section, and then I was almost done that, like, you know, the strip along the back side that kind of goes down. I did that, and I was starting on another one, and I did the circle. So I think it's just what I started in like this
we
one.
have the little revolt.
Oh, I could just hop on that.
Actually, do you want to grab the little revolt and do this circle?
You know what the other thing is?
You have to
well,
pee.
and I have to pee.
Yeah.
But two, I think this seat holds water.
Yep.
Because my butt is soaked, and it is.
Well, and this mower is the only one that sits outside.
I know.
You need the 24-foot trailer.
Or just put a Revolt outside. My butt is soaked. Like, that has to hold water.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm on the little Revolt, so I'll go switch these
Harvey
out.
saw that they were getting up to here, so he went and grabbed a mix can and a thing of twine for each of them so they don't have to walk back down.
Oh, that's nice of him.
But yeah,
Harvey's a slave driver.
he's impressed with Bentley. He goes, you can tell he's your kid.
Who, Bentley?
Yeah.
I know, I just went over there. I mean, the whole world doesn't know, but I told Bentley not to tell anyone. I went over there and I said, do you want to use me as an excuse for a 2-minute break? I'll shut the mower off and I can give you a break. Because he does. He is like you. He's a workaholic.
Yep.
He makes me proud.
Yep.
Well, all right.
He doesn't stop, and he's doing what I've always tried to point out. Like, these are a bad example. Even these, but like ones that are like starting to get grown in, and they have been for years.
Oh, the foot plate.
So you see them over there.
Like,
yeah, you see them over there, tipping it up and burning them back, and then like that right there. Not only is he efficient and consistent, but he's doing a nice job.
Yeah.
You usually don't get all three.
No. I know between Bentley and Christian.
Yeah.
And then today is Max's last day. He's gonna move on to something else. And we wish him well. If you're in New Hampshire and you have a work ethic like Harvey, Christian, or Bentley, or even half of it, really.
Hey, what about me?
I never include you and I.
Yeah, this tensioner spring for the deck.
Do you have one in your back pocket? I said,
yeah, electrical tape.
I said you haven't been breaking anything. There's been no like Hurricane Harvey.
Samantha. Even though it's
That's what someone had wrote in a comment. I was like, oh Lord.
and I'm just
You're
stud.
You're Joey the stud. I am freezing.
I was like, I want his name.
Harvey
like
wants to
the
be
one
a
step that's
stud.
missing from my
Oh wait, before I forget. The other day, I shouted out like the youngins that are out here working. You know, Harvey's busting his butt.
I
There's
count
some.
as one of those?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm old.
There's some YouTubers who said that, you know, they appreciate us posting what we do because they've learned a lot and like, you know, questions about the bad boy mowers. But I was asked to do a shout out to the older guys. So
like
shout
Joey
out.
and Samantha.
No, we were on the phone with Doc this morning and he called Joe, not me, he called Joe middle-aged.
Which is hilarious because I'm like, I'm having this whole midlife crisis where I need a dirt bike. And then Doc said I was middle-aged this morning. I'm like, see? I'm middle-aged and I need a dirt bike to go ride with the other middle-aged
So
guys.
now you can't mow?
No, she's
No,
gonna
I'm
hop
gonna
on
go grab the little Revo.
and mow this. And you and I are gonna finish up her like 2.5 sections.
Okay.
And then if we have time that they're still trimming, we're gonna knock out the field.
If you see anybody lost, the gas and trimmer line's right there. And nobody should be down there.
What if they need a water?
They don't.
Alright, so we're gonna stop.
But shout out to all the people.
good news
The young,
today.
the middle, the old. Anyone out here. It is like mid-40s in New Hampshire.
Well, it's only noon.
It's like 50. We're balling through
Dude,
this.
I did a post
might
on
as well just mow
Instagram
the
and it was
whole
like
thing.
46 or 48 degrees. I have 2 sweatshirts on and I'm still
Everybody calls me
shivering
crazy.
and freezing.
We were at what, 9:30?
Yeah.
9:30, 10:30, 11:30. 2.5 hours.
We've done
and this
more
is-
than half.
Huh?
Maybe half. We've done half of the cemetery. If not more.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, if you don't.
I think
Half.
it's a
If you
six-
don't
I
count the
think it's a
huge
six-
hill.
I
I
think
mean
it's a
the
6-hour
the
job.
huge open field.
I think it's a
I'm saying
6-hour
trimming
job with
wise.
6 people.
Oh yeah.
Done half of it.
Yeah.
I'm just letting them catch up so that I don't have to trim at the end.
Harvey!
Well, no, I
That's a
wasn't gonna
horrible
anyway. I was
concept.
gonna mow the
We
big field.
I know.
But we better get going.
Oh no, I'm gonna break
I
the
think we
was
just
gonna
need a
revolt.
revolt.
We're gonna demo an X. Let's
We
set that
are?
up for a week or so. Next week.
We
Well,
are?
Next week's rain too. Yeah.
From who?
Patriot Tractor. If you're watching.
I don't know if they have demos.
Okay, well yeah they do.
So you mean your wife needs to go figure out who has an X to demo?
Our rep should or something or be able to get us one.
revolt.
Oh my lord.
Who wants
All
a
right,
Maverick
back to
that's
work.
lightly used?
Every
No,
time
we'll
I
keep that.
stop, you guys talk about buying
Hey, I put
something.
that spring in here. If we think of it on the way home, we'll stop at Tractor Supply and match one up.
Okay, I'm freezing.
Okay.
Do you have a third sweatshirt,
You
Harvey?
can have mine, I guess.
Harvey and I are headed right there.
I'm alright. Alright, back to work.
Okay, we're heading.
of the circle wasn't done, and I was gonna hop in and do it, but I was like, well, she's up there. We can go mom get the field done.
Well, I
But
can
that
do
was way
it. I'm
too
gonna
fast.
go down and back once videoing you guys.
With that, you're gonna mess up my stripes.
Without the blades on, I can't just drive down it.
Maybe. I'm gonna leave wheel marks. Okay.
our little SD revolt, and it's kind of cool that I did. I'm hitting all these little spots that my 60-inch can't fit through, and I just thought, I was done mowing, Joe and Harvey were mowing the wide open field, and if I could sweep in all these little places between stones, here's a great example. It will cut down so much weed whacking for the guys, and they can just literally, fly up one side, fly down the other side, and barely have to trim anything in between. But this little mower is the best investment ever. We were on the fence about buying it, wondering if you would have use of it everywhere, or if we were spending thousands and thousands of dollars for it to just be used at a couple accounts. But I'm so glad we got this mower. It really makes the world a difference.
watching the wheels spin.
I was spinning.
All right, Benno, 1 out of 10. 10 being pretty good. How about
10 is pretty good.
or how about, I don't know, how about 10 is really, really bad? How bad was it to trim all this?
No, that's not what I meant. I said your high score is pretty good, not
Yeah.
like awesome.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of trimming.
Not like amazing, it's just okay. No,
Okay,
like,
10's the worst. How bad was it to trim?
like a 3.5.
A what?
3.5.
Yeah,
It's not that bad to trim, it's just a lot.
yeah, just slow and steady wins the race.
I'd rather
In certain
this all
spots.
day over Island Shores.
Really?
No. I disagree
You don't have to
there.
deal with people.
Christian, 10 being the worst. How bad was it to trim all this?
1.
Wow, so not bad at all. Bentley gave it 3.5.
Well, I feel like it's the same trimming. This is like trimming anything really. It's just more of it.
Right.
You know?
And you're still in a tank top, still not cold.
Very toasty.
All right, Max, 1 out of 10, 10 being the worst thing ever. How bad was it to trim?
Probably like a 6.
You're the highest. You dislike it the most.
It's hard to get into a rhythm. Like their roads aren't straight
Right,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
I can see that.
And like Bentley was saying, there's just so much.
Harvey, we didn't think we were gonna do the open areas, but you actually did the big open
We did
field.
the open field.
Harvey did. I'm sorry, Harvey.
We were ripping.
You were ripping. But we got the whole field done and the open spots out back. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, honestly, I say.
Wait, Harvey!
As fast as me and Joey.
Harvey, did you do the stripes over there?
Yeah.
Oh, I figured they look worse.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding. Somebody said in the comments that we rag on you a lot.
Joey's look like shit. Look at him. I know.
Joe,
I'm sure mine
Just
look like
about when
shit,
you
too.
get to like, oh, it's smoothed out.
wet.
Then I gotta stop and go around big wet ponds. Right here, Bentley would get like, we would never see Bentley again. It's something
we would never see Bentley again. Some of the holes are pretty deep. Well, Harvey, you did an excellent job, foreman. We have 2 more commercials to go, and then we're done for the day.
Gonna take a pit stop at the Common, man.
Does it mean the rain's coming in? Probably.
It's been windy all
All right, 2 more to go. Everything's loaded up. Pittsfield Cemetery's done. I think I'm just gonna end the video here because we're gonna be running. And yeah, tomorrow's probably gonna be a rain day, but maybe we'll pull the mowers into the barn and fix those rubber bushing things for the platform on the other 2 revolts, and I'll do a video on that for you. But until next time, YouTube, thanks for being here. Stay warm and peace out.